So what has it been like since I've been in Cartagena? And let me put it this way, the tide's coming in. It has rained pretty much non-stop. It's rained all day today. I got in yesterday afternoon, it rained most of the day from there, and I believe it's due to rain for the next 2 weeks. Like them in Venice, isn't it? Never been to Venice though, so I can't really qualify that. And here I am wading through high ankle high water. But this city is underwater. I think this is San Pedro Plaza, so I'm assuming that's San Pedro Church. But the water's getting deeper. Okay, it's just below my knees now. It was a little higher than that a second ago. Be a nice little tour if it wasn't raining so much. What a nuisance. Well, these are remnants of the fortifications at Cartagena. Interesting to think all those hundreds of years Sir Francis Drake was here. You can actually see here the walls are not really that high. They're only about 15 feet, something like that, 5 meters. But well, I guess they worked. I must say these walls are very impressive. That's got to be about 5 feet thick, a little less than 2 meters. At the back here, not too sure. This looks like an old wall too. I wonder if this was a river entryway. Maybe a little better view of what the battlements look like. A little help from the umbrella. Gotta say, must have been a pretty hard job manning the guns with all the tourists getting in the way. These immense blocks. The wall is considerably higher here. That's 30, maybe 40 feet from the base. Regular street in Cartagena. Balconies everywhere. It'd be beautiful to walk around here on a nice day, but today it's been absolutely miserable. El Castillo de San Felipe. Looks quite formidable, doesn't it? Some of the battlements of the fort. Whenever I see these old things, I always wonder if this was the actual gun. But it's just a sort of plaster of Paris sort of made up job. But what's interesting here is that these fortifications are all pointing inland, which I find interesting. See, there's the ocean over there. That's the west. I believe that's the west anyway. Gives you a good picture of Cartagena's skyline. It's a big city. What's interesting is that most of the cannons are pointing inland. You can see the river down here and the old walls behind it, the old town. But you would think a fleet would not sail into a river. The cannons would just pick them apart, they'd be slaughtered. We seem to be an awful long way from the ocean. Here is the closest point, and I've got to say, that's got to be about a mile, maybe more. And over in this direction is the next closest point. And that's even farther. I mean, how far did cannons shoot in those days? So I'm trying to think what the tactics of the pirates would have been. I always assumed they just fired from their ships and demolished the fort or whatever, but there's no way in a million years you could demolish this thing with cannonballs. It's just so thick. I wonder how they actually did it. But look at all these high rises. Absolutely amazing. And as you can see over here in the distance, there's more of them. And this is just one side.